Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see how we can create some flexbox. Okay, so basically flexbox, these are flexible layouts for responsive, in order to make the layouts responsive. So basically we'll be arranging the elements row wise or column wise. So let's see how to do it. Okay, so first I have opened my Visual Studio. So let's write exclamation mark and give enter. So this one is coming. Let's change the title to Flexbox. Okay, and then inside the body part I'm going to give one heading. So let's write down Flexbox display. Okay, so after that I'm going to make few containers. Okay, just to show you how the flexbox will be working. So I'm going to create one class inside div, then let the name of the class be container. So we can write, this is a short form, div.container. If I write, so this class has been created. So inside this class let's have one h2, and here I'm going to write say display row wise. Okay, so display row I'm going to write. Then inside this I'll be having few numbers which will be again present inside another class. Let the name be flex container. Okay, this is the name of my another class. So inside it I'll be having few numbers. Let's say p dot 1. Okay, p dot 1. So p, the name of the class is 1. I'm just going to give the name 1. Then same thing, actually I will show you one shortcut here. So I can write down p dot 1 into 3. Okay, so if I write like this, so you see three classes with paragraphs with classes 1 1 1 has been created. Obviously I'll change the name. So here, so instead of writing so many times, this is a shortcut that I showed you just now. And then here I will change the class name to 3 and I'll put 3 here. Okay, so this is a nice container that I have created. Save it, and now I'm just going to run it and show you how it looks. Right now I have not given any CSS or anything, so it is going to look pretty simple. So we are, till now we have not applied anything, flexbox and all. So this is what it looks like. Now we are going to apply some CSS in order to make it look beautiful. Okay, let's do one thing. Instead of making this p, let us make div itself. So I'll just write down div dot 1 into say 5. Suppose 5 numbers we are going to give. So here I'll give 1. For here it will go 2, and then I'll tell you why I'm doing it like this. Okay, so here 3, here goes 4. Okay, and here goes 5. Okay, so I'm creating this container, and I will create a similar container. Okay, this div ends here. So here I'm going to create one more container, similar to this. So I'll be having 2 containers here. Okay, so let's paste it here. So here let us write here display row, and here we can write it as display column. That is, one flexbox will be displays row wise and another flexbox will be displayed column wise. Just save it. Okay, the contents are same. Now if I open the live server, you see these are the 2 boxes or containers that I have prepared. Now we are going to apply some CSS to it. So in order to apply CSS, I am going to apply the CSS in the same file itself, but it is always better to create a separate CSS file. But for now I'm just going to do it here. So I'll just write down style. Okay, so inside it, so first I'm going to apply some CSS to the container part. Okay, so I'm just going to write down dot container. Let us apply some margin bottom. So let us give as 20 pixels. Okay, and then I'm going to apply some padding, so you will see the difference. So padding, let us give as 10 pixels. Okay, so that's all. So now let's see how it looks like. Just save it. Now if I see this one, so you see some margin has been applied and some padding has been applied here. Okay, so it is looking quite good. Now it's time to apply the flex. So if we go down, so for this container I have given the CSS. Now we are going to apply some CSS to this flex container class. So here we will be writing dot flex container. Okay, it is coming in caps, flex container. So here I'm going to write down display. You will keep looking at the display as flex. Okay, if I save it, you see immediately here you can see the change. Okay, now it is flex. So let us add some height to it. So let's say height we are going to give as 200 pixel. Okay, it is looking nice. And let's give some margin bottom and let it be say 20 pixel. Okay, save it. So you can see the difference right in the flex container part. So now we will apply, as we keep applying more CSS, this one will keep looking better. Okay, so here this one, instead of writing 1 2 3 4, let's make it circle. Then let's change the class name is circle. So what you can do is you can press since the same name is applied, this is another shortcut I'm telling you. Press Alt and click wherever you want to modify, do the same changes. Okay, I'm pressing backspace and I'm going to give the class name as circle everywhere. Okay, so now we are going to do some styling to this class circle. So we will go up and here I'm going to write down dot circle. Okay, let's give the height as 50 pixel. Okay, you see, keep looking the difference. Okay, then width let us give as 50 pixel. Okay, so you can see the difference. Now why this one is not working? Because we have not applied the circle class to the second container. We are doing it in the first container. So once we apply the same thing, it will work. And let's apply some border radius. You will see how it looks. Okay, let's give 50%. Okay, right now you're not you cannot see much because we have not given any border here. So right now it is white, so you can't see anything. So once we give the border, you will be able to see how the border radius is affecting. Okay, so let's add few more features to this circle itself. Okay, so let's give some margin. Okay, say margin, let's give say 5 pixels. So you see margins have been added here, and then after that let us give some display. Okay, now here also we are going to display flex. Okay, see what difference it makes. So right now it is not making any difference, but when overall you will see already the container is flex. So it's a good thing to make the flex container also, whatever inside it, we have made it flex. So justify content, let us make it center, and then we are going to align the items and we are going to make it again center. Okay, you see the items are in the center, and then we are going to apply some font weight. So let us make it bold. Okay, so this much CSS we have applied here. Okay, now let's create the magic. In spite of writing all this, we are not able to see the difference because everything is white in color, so we need to add some color to it. So what we can do is that here inside this circle class, all these are circles, so all the attributes, all the CSS styling of the class circle is applied to this is one class, this is one class, circle class, everything applied here in common. But now we want to apply individually to it. So let us write down, suppose PS1. So we are giving some other name here, PS2, so that we can include some extra features to this classes individually. Okay, so PS4, I'm just randomly giving some class names. So these are also class. Now we are going to individually style these classes individually. So this here, after this, I'll just write down dot PS1. So suppose I want to add some background color. So I'll write down background color. So I have selected some colors from before itself, some very nice looking color. So you see B3BA. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it's not coming nicely. I think I have done some mistake. Let's see what's wrong. I'll have to just check and see what is wrong. Okay, just give me one moment. Actually, nothing much had happened. Actually, I have not refreshed it. That's why it was not coming. So similarly, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to apply it for the next 5 colors. So I'm going to give different colors. So let's give this one hash BAFF. So I have selected few pastel nice looking colors. So you see this one is coming. Let's add few more. This is for the third color. So here I'm going to add BAE1FF and then 2 more. So this is going to be PS4. So for this I'm going to give triple F, 1 more F and BA. Okay, 4, and finally we need to give 1 more for number 5. Okay, oh see, I have given it PS4, that's why both are coming. So I'll just modify it, save it, and here I'm going to give 5. So we need to go on a trial basis. So when we will do the coding, obviously we will get the errors, and if we keep digging it, so we can change it. So now it is looking pretty good, right? So the same thing will be applied here also. So let's see. Okay, now let us apply some border to these containers. So for that I can write down here as border in order to make the containers more visible. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it. 2 pixel solid, and let's add some color. Let us use 223. Okay, it's lightish grayish in color. So here I'll just refresh it. Okay, so you can see some borders has been added to all the containers. So this one is working fine. So by default the Flexbox is row wise, so it is row in row, and now I want to display the contents of the Flexbox in column. So what we can do is that we will go down. Now if we go down, this class we have copied, but we have not given the class names here. So once we give the same name, okay, let's use Alt and select all these things, and then I'm just going to remove it, and then I'm going to write down circle. Okay, cool. Here I need to give 1 more quotes and just press S, save as, Control S. So you see the properties of circle has been applied here. Now obviously we need to add the properties of the colors also. So PS1, okay, then PS2, then PS3, and then PS4, and 1 more we have PS5. Okay, so now if I save it, so all the properties of all the PS1 till 5 classes has been applied. Now we want to display it in a column wise. So what we will do is that all these things are inside this class container, right? So we will apply the style here. Okay, so here what we are going to do, I'm just going to write down style equal to, simply add flex direction. So this time I'm going to add columns. So okay, save it. So you can see all the things are coming in column wise. Now you can check out different properties, many properties are there. So you can check out column reverse also, what happens when we do reverse. So the classes are reversed. Okay, so we will stick to column. Let's save it. So now we saw how to display the elements column wise. Now we can do some more, we can add few more properties to this Flexbox also. So we will see in a bit. Okay, so I will show one more property so that you will be able to work with Flexbox properly in future. Okay, there are many properties available, so I'm just telling you the basics. I'm just going to copy it and paste it here so that we create one more Flexbox, and let's name it as align. Okay, I'm just going to give the name as align. Save it. So if we go down one more, this one has been created. So I don't want it to be column, so I'll just strike this off. So if I strike this off, so obviously it will be display row wise. Okay, now I'm going to add some features, attributes to it. So first of all, let's justify the content. Okay, so again I'll have to write down, I can create a separate class for this, but I prefer to write it here itself. So let's write down justify content. Let's see what happens when we give it as center. Okay, save it. So you see the contents has come towards the center part, right? So basically when I use justify content, it affects the elements row wise, that is from left to right. Okay, center. Similarly, there are many other properties available here, so you can see what happens when space around is given. So around all the classes equal length space is added. Similarly, you can see space between also. Okay, so if I give space between, no spaces, that is between the elements, the equal spaces are added. So you can try out all these different styles. So this is justify content is added row wise. Now suppose if I want to adjust the elements column wise, then we will have to use another property. I will show it here itself. So for that we will have to write down align items. Okay, so in align it affects the items column wise. So if I give center, you see what happens. So if this is the container, and it is not considering the entire thing because it is working inside this container, so these elements are placed in the center, so it is working column wise. So if you give it as start, so it will shift up, and if you give it as end, okay, end is there, so it will go down. So accordingly you can adjust. So I'll keep it as center. So I think with this basic things about Flexbox, you will be able to check out many other properties also. So that's all for today's video. Thank you everyone.